welcome to Cinnamon, 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 Cinnamon Leaf ASMR, and Baldur's Gate 3. We are in this extremely creepy basement, and last time we opened this space, I kind of want to check in with our companions, how they feel about this, because I feel bad.
How can I help?
You are so sweet. See, this is a very good example of why I love him, because he's always such an optimist that whenever I feel like bad in an environment, because I am a scaredy cat, like this game is quite a lot out of my comfort zone in a lot of its topics, but it helps me sometimes to get a little uncomfortable with things that I don't usually engage with, just to feel more settled. I don't know, less afraid of something that I don't like jumping out at me when I sometimes touch something I don't like. I don't know if that makes sense. And also, I don't know why I'm talking about that right now. But he always helps me, because the voice actor, I think, did a great job at making him sound almost like sarcastic in everything. Like everything that he says is like a little tongue-in-cheek humor to it, and it just feels so nice to have someone be just like, how can I help, dear? Like in the funniest way. I don't know, it's very nice. I immediately feel better. I love him.
I like Gale, but I'm keeping all my good gear well out of sight. Everything fancy he touches meets a grisly end.
Well, you're being dramatic. He ate one pair of gloves, let the man eat what he wants.
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
Fair. Fair point, I guess. But I find it very interesting that Astarion like plays this aloof kind of guy who's like, oh yeah, I don't care about anything, and then he's like, actually, Gale, why do you do that? That's so interesting. I'm not a shipper, I swear. Actually, I am. But in this game, Gale's mine. Thank you very much, Astarion. There we are. Interesting. That does not look gloomy and foreboding at all. Let's see. What's in these? There's some stuff. A scroll of Summon Quasit, Alchemist Fire, and my favorite item in the game, the Nutbuster. A charming little rock. The word Nutbuster has been scraped into it with a claw. The Boo Scraper, and the Shovel's Friend Finder. And Friend. Very interesting. We're gonna look at that in a moment. There also a little forewarning. I don't remember which of the caskets it was, but there is a jump scare. So, hold on to your butt. There it is. There it is. I'm so surprised. But sadly, the game mechanic is that we are surprised, so we can't do anything until he's done. Now there we are. Okay. It is not that hard of a fight, but there's a little bit of a jump scare. Let's do a ranged attack. And we missed. Of course we missed, because why not? We can't do vampiric bite on bike. Vampiric bike. Vampiric bike. Of course. Anyway, we can't do vampiric bite on these because they are undead, so they can't give us life.
Excellent.
Nice. Okay. So I think then he's done with his move.
Breathing, despite everything.
Yes, I think we do. And if these count as undead, which they should, we should do more damage to them because we have that armor that should do additional damage to them. Not if we miss, of course, then it does nothing. Interesting, that did nothing. How does that work, this armor? Does it do it on... Oh, if they hit us, of course. Of course. That makes sense. So they have to hit us. That's fine. Okay, how about you rage? And then you hit him hard. What I just clicked was a reckless attack, so now he has advantage on us. But I still wanted her to hit, that's what that was. And we rolled a 13, we needed a 14 to hit. So if you take reckless attack, that means that the second roll, as long as it's higher than 13, certainly hits, because it will be a 14 and that already hits. So it's basically a guaranteed good roll. Is it a guaranteed hit? We're all kind of in one spot here, which I don't like, but it's gonna be fine. Let's do a little blade song, maybe. I think that would be fun. We're probably gonna have a little sleep anyway after this fight. So why not? Hit him. Nice. And he can't move away, but he could flourish. Nice, he's saved, but it's still good. And there we are. I wish he would attack us, because then he would take damage. But so far they're really not an issue. Hit this guy, please. That was beautiful. A beautiful 21 critical hit. Now also kill this guy, please. Oh my god. I actually think there's also more than them. Aren't there like more? I think there's more. So that would be interesting if they come out. Can you do that with a bonus attack? Nice. I'm pretty sure there's more in the back here. Like if we go here, there will be more attacks. And I would just do that now. In case there are more. No, doesn't look like it. I remember there being more. Maybe there's only one. Or two, I mean. Interesting. Also, why is it so loud outside? It is the night. And then this moldering casket over here. Just some gold and some weave moss. And in this fight you could go up here as well. Which I don't quite know if this, like in honor mode, maybe is super hard. But I also don't know why in honor mode you would go down here. There is, like, I don't think this does much. For you, some arrow of Ilmater, the illest of mothers. And then there is the second one of these god books. I don't know if you've read that one. Azuth, the god of wizards all, who spend their whole lives learning, he grants their spells, both big and small, for Mistra always yearning. Bane, the tyrant, the black hand, makes sure the strong do rule. He spreads his darkness through the land, praised by the harsh and cruel. Beshaba will bring forth your doom unless you chant her prayer. Split from Timora in the womb, she brings bad luck to spare. Timora, I'm pretty sure, is also not a super nice goddess. Let's pick this up. Because I would love to have these like in our inventory sorted. But ooh, yes, we picked up the Dark Journal, which was interesting. 6 Nightall, 1371 DR. I pay no service to the gods, but by some blessing this village believes me and my apprentice to be simple healers. My tattoos are hidden, my red robes locked away, and my lab secured. I have not heard the word they since we arrived, and only my apprentice knows me as Ilin Toth. This place is not ideal for my research, but I can never return home, not the way I escaped. I'd be put to death with worse to follow. The work here is simple and allows me to continue my research at night, but progress is slow. Reanimation seems easy, but restoring life, that prize eludes me. The tome contains the magic I need, but it fights me at every step, as does my apprentice. At least my familiar has made it easy to secure bodies without raising suspicion. This will take time. Will the Zulkirs find me before I can bring her back? I cannot say, but if they do come for me, they'll have to face the guardians I've raised. Well, interesting. Oh, so much stuff. Search the cellar. The owner of the cellar was more than a doctor. He was a necromancer, and he was obsessed with a particular book that we haven't found yet, I mean. Yes, this is all stuff. Not really super relevant right now, stuff we know. And then I'm gonna do something that you wouldn't know to do if you hadn't played the game before, but we're gonna send the Soul Scroll of Summon Quasit to Gale, and he's gonna cast it. You should be able to cast it, right? Cast that. I think you have to do it down here. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think so.
Recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures often used as familiars.
Cute.
Wait, you're not Illy?
Illy.
My master. Tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine.
Your name is Shovel?
Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
What would you like to be called?
Don't care.
Shovel works then.
So, what first, master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream?
Is that what your old master did here?
Yes. Steal bodies, tear them, then Illy puts them back together. Again and again. When he wasn't horny for the book. Oh, book this, book that. He loves the book.
She's so fun. What book?
Oh, master should go see. Talk to the mirror, and remember, balsam, good for burns.
Interesting. I think we should talk to her again.
Oh? A spell shite. When the fisting starts, use the sparky magic to call Shovel. Let's kill everything.
And this way, if you are a wizard, or I think a sorcerer she also accepts, you just get Cheeky Quasit as a ritual cast forever. So we can forever summon Shovel, which is very fun. It's just a fun little tidbit, and that's why I did that with Gale, because if we did it, I'm pretty sure Druid doesn't count. She doesn't have that dialogue. Like, she doesn't tell you, hey, you can summon me always. I'm also pretty sure she's lying to us. I think the thing with burns is not right, but we should talk to the mirrors. And we can always save. That's also very comforting. And we should probably this episode take a sleep because everyone's running out of their stuff. So let's go here. This is gonna look a tiny bit scary, just in case you are scared by stuff like that. I don't know if we lie, it'll like that, but Zeebo Haradok is also fun, but I think we can try the lie.
My master stands tall and proud. You are not Elintoth.
Oh, that's fun. I wonder if we could pretend to be him.
His ally, step forward and declare it.
I wonder if we were, like, I don't know what he was, if he was tall and thin, I think she said. Maybe he was an elf. So, I wonder if we were an elf, we could, like, she would just be like, the mirror would just be like, yeah, sure, go through. I don't think so, but would be interesting. An ally. I'm an ally.
Only a true ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
Well, we read that Ilintoth was running from them, so Zastam is a foul, wretched creature.
You are no Zolkir, but are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment?
I think the Quasit actually lied. I think the burns, if we say that, I think it's wrong. I'm gonna save, and I think we read the journal. He used balsam to clean a wound.
Acceptable. Finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be?
Interesting, interesting. I actually don't know which ones, like I don't know what the implication is here. I think this one is not right. I'd see the ones I love, because I don't think the mirror cares. Enemy suffering, I'm not sure if the mirror like wants that, like I don't know if what this vibe is. So I'm gonna go with that one. If it's wrong, we'll just reload.
You seek to survive. You seek power. Be welcome.
So that clearly worked. Very nice. Very nice, very nice.
Laboratory. What were they hiding down here?
Horrible, horrible stuff. Astarion is inspired, and on continues looting. I really like Shovel, even though she's creepy and like, you know. I like that she just, like, she's so, I don't know. I know that one of the options we could have said was, you have such a way with words. I think that is what is fun to me. Like, she's so, I don't know, that she's like, when the fisting starts. I don't know, I just think it's funny. There's a rusty key. The acorn truffle. There's a lever. So apparently we can just walk back out. So we can go the direct way. That's nice. But there's much more to look at. So we won't immediately go. Nice. There's a bear. There's a candelabrum that could burn. There's one of these Sharon vases. Interesting. And there's mugwort. And a wooden chest with some spells. Lovely. And there's a stuffed bear that we could look at.
I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight.
This is fun. It's interesting that we failed that save. I think it was a nature save and where I drew it. But if you succeed that save, we're going to see more of these bears throughout the game. The point of them is that they're not actually grown. Like someone cowardly killed a child bear, or at least a young bear. So it's an interesting tidbit to learn that it's actually, even though that is huge, it's not as impressive. And also embarrassing, you know. Ooh, bracers of defense. Those are actually pretty cool. I'm just gonna pick up everything, like every book and stuff. Interesting, the necromancy of Thay. We're gonna go there in a second.
Hot foot. Place is trapped.
Yes, indeed, that's what I thought. Let's just look at everything. We did a little circle around the room. And now we can look at the middle. Some water, some basilisk oil. A scroll of Featherfall, a Moonhaven logbook. And the Collectanea rubrum. So that means, I'm pretty sure this means red. So if that is Latin, I'm pretty sure it would mean the red collection. You turn page after page filled with strange alchemical sketches and formulae. Some are written plainly, some in runes and scripts you barely recognize. There are guides to transmutating metals and recipes for weapons of war, but more than anything else, the book is concerned with reanimating dead flesh. Fascinating. So a necromancer with a one-track mind, kind of. Interesting. And there's research notes. Raised dead. Failed, gone too long, body decomposed, reanimation, failed, came back as ghoul, had to kill again, speak with dead, failed, answers unhelpful, clone, failed, needs living tissue, reanimation plus clone, failed, had to kill both ghouls, resurrection, failed, why, magical curse, true resurrection, I've reached the limit of my skills and resources, the book offers help, dare I accept? I wonder who it was he was trying to reanimate. He said her, but I forget who it was. Okay. So now we picked up lots of books. Let's look at them. And then we can check if Gale can learn some of these. I think so. The Evil Eye. If one looks at the eyes etched into this cover long enough, they appear to blink. While the number of trinkets and bargains a hag personally acquires means that her powers will be unique compared to that of her sisters, hags as a whole can still be divided into 3 subcategories. Night hags, named as such for their ability to haunt a mortal's dreams, slowly devouring vital essence until the victim's soul can be trapped into the hag's soul bag. They are known for being petty, selfish braggarts. Sea hags, known for devouring their victims whole, sea hags can terrorize and kill with a single look. They reek of fish and are incapable of making a proper cup of tea. That's fun. Green hags, they are beautiful. They're powerful. Speak not a word against them. Interesting, interesting. On death and resurrection, I wonder if we have read this. We have read this. Maybe we gave some books to someone else, but we read On Death and Resurrection at the chapel. And then the Moonhaven logbook. So this is the confirmation that the town we're in is Moonhaven. The book is filled with pages and pages of observations tracking travelers and people in the village. You turn to the final pages. 26 Eliases. Oliver Singe, merchant, arrives in Moonhaven, departs next day, Calishite. 7 Eliant, stranger, name unknown, passes through. Not Thayan. Rashami? That's interesting. I think I've never thought about this, but I think we meet this character in the 3rd act, pretty late in the game. I think that's him. I think no other Rashomon person is in this game, actually. 14 Morpinoth. 3 men in black armor pass through. Not Thayan. 2 Uktar. I don't know. I would always pronounce it Uktar, but I don't know. Hackett, journeyman, passes through. Not Thayan. 30 Uktar. Raid. Black armored soldiers. Some damage. Not Thayan, but dangerous. 14 Nightall. The book's key gem has gone missing. Familiar ordered to watch my apprentice. 14 Nightall. Singe passes through. Doesn't stop. 15 Nightall. Familiar reports apprentice disappeared near well. Will observe. 18 Nightall. Raid. Same soldiers as before. Townsfolk taken. 20 Nightall. Smoke on horizon. Raid? Very much so, my dear necromancer. Very much so. And then we have the Braces of Defense. Become the Bulwark. You gain a +2 bonus to armor class as long as you are not wearing armor or holding a shield. Pretty sure this counts as armor. Yes, it's medium armor. So it's not for us, but it's very good for Gale.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes, very charmed. So let's put these on him. And I actually think they also look pretty on him. So I usually keep these visible, even though we have stuff to make them invisible, a mod. but I think they look pretty on him, and they make his AC 11, which is really nice.
No time to rest.
And then let's also check spellbook if he can learn some more. Yes, very good. He can learn Bone Chill, which prevents the target from healing. Crown of Madness makes them attack people close to them other than you. Dark Vision gives you the ability to see in darkness, and Ray of Snicksness. Ray of Snickers poisons the target. Lovely. In gaseous form, we can't learn 3rd level spells yet, but this just costs us 300 gold. That's fine. Learn all of them. Nice. Very good. Okay, and now we come to the actual prize of this place. Let's see. Let me write something down quickly. Just wanted to remember something. Okay. Let's see.
Trust no one.
Yes, we trust no one, and we disarm this armor plate. Not this armor plate, this, hello, don't step on that. This pressure plate. Well, that was horrible, but I think that's still enough. So that's nice. Very convenient. That also means if the DC is 10, the only thing we can't roll is a 1. And we took the rusted key from ourselves. And now I just want him to... Exactly. To disarm the plate. Nice, that's enough. That's enough. Those were terrible rolls, by the way. But that is good enough. And now let's go. Let's see if there's not more traps. I think there are more traps. I think these are traps, but I think as long as the pressure plate's gone, maybe we'll be fine. So let me just save one more time, and then let's maybe get everyone in here, and then let's look at the necromancy of Thay.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth.
Ew, ew, ew. Ew. Don't touch that.
You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You can sense something dark about this tome. Something profane.
Please don't open the creepy book.
I love her.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
What was it Shovel said? He's horny for the book. Sounds like that's a thing. We'll tuck it into our bag. We're not opening it right now. We're just picking it up and leaving. We are absolutely leaving. Where is the way outside? Over here. So that's where we will go. Out of here. Shovel is just with us, chilling. And there's the ladder to leave. And we will not have to go back down here. Very nice. Thank God. I hate it down there. Ugh. But we are through it. We got some major lore drops. A huge thing that will stick with us for a while. This quest to destroy or unlock the ancient tome will be with us for long, long, long into the game. Which can be a little bit annoying, but it's alright, you know. It makes sense. Now, what else do we want to look at today? If we looked at this chest, no. So yeah, the basement is also implied by the fact that there's just lots of space down here. Maybe we could look into this building also. It's basically the last building in town. There's more space, like upwards on the map back here, and there's the well to look at. As we also just heard, the apprentice disappeared down the well, or at least near the well. This was the blacksmith though, so that's also really interesting. Selûnite necklace.
Bag of holding.
Fun.
Looks like a Selûnite necklace.
Well, that makes sense considering this is a Selûnite town. The red dot over here is the sleeping guy, don't let it stress you. I think, is there something else here that would be interesting? Oh, regarding strange riders in these parts. The date on this letter is faded with time, but the paper alone indicates great age. My fellow citizens, for fellow citizens we are, like it or not, I print and post multiple copies of this notice in the region at no small expense to myself, because I feel a growing concern and alarm at the presence of strange riders in these parts of late. Many of you will have seen them, tramping through our forests and towns under the guise of patrol. They claim they are guardians sent from Elturel to protect the borders of the great and holy nation of Elturgard. Don't be fooled by shining armor or handsome mounts. I never bent the knee to any Elturgard, and I never asked any metal jester to come peering over my garden fence. As you all know, I am descended directly from the original Selûnite settlers along these banks, and I have a half-elven great-uncle who'll swear to it. We're peaceable folk, and we get on with the druids well enough, but I pay no fealty or tax to any far-off city I can't even find on a map. I took no small pleasure in telling these thugs just that, and I urge you to do the same. They call themselves Hell Riders. I call them interlopers, and they can bugger off to the hells, them and their city both. With grave concern and serious intent, Damon Briska, proud and free citizen of the Heartlands. If I'm not mistaken, the Hell Riders are a group of paladins. I don't know if they're all paladins, but I know that Zevlor, the guy who's the leader of the refugees in the Emerald Grove, he's a Hell Rider, or he used to be one. So actually they seem to be sympathetic. This guy's probably a bit of a duke, but you know. There's a door. Did we pick up something else that we were supposed to read? High Close Journal, exactly. The pupil surpasses the teacher. My master weapons are almost complete. There's just one component left. Samson says the designs are a failure, but what's he know? He can barely see past his own belly. I stashed the prototypes and blueprints for now, but just you wait, Samson. Your legend is fading, and a new one will rise in its place. Oh, and we gained 15 experience, and because Kalak was so inspired by many events, she is higher in XP, so she's already leveled. Interesting. So hopefully we will soon also level if we just get a bit more experience. There's a light hammer and a torch and some more. I would not step on that, darling. Could you please get off? Ooh, some wine. There's Frost Kiss Ale, but that shouldn't be. Okay, wait, let's look at this wine. I'm interested in this wine. This is not the right box. We have normal wine. We have a Sil Passion Sup. This Kalashite red hits the tongue like a wild bull. Big, meaty, and loud. Sounds really good, actually. I love a good red wine. Frost Kiss Ale. An ale aged over years, said to be as cold and sour as the goddess it's named after. Fun. And Stag Swift Tonic. Brewed in high Lathenderite monasteries, Stag Swift has ensured many a wonk. Oh my god, many a wonk. Help, it's late. Many a monk was awake to greet the dawn, typically from the night before. So, Lathander, we talked about, is the god of the morning sun, of the rising sun. So that's a sweet line with the monk was awake to greet the dawn from the night before, being drunk. Yeah, fun dancing, girl. You're already leveled. You deserve it. Please don't do the thing with the chests again. Okay, it looks fine. Is there something in here? Some shears, and there is an old key. And a dagger. We can't reach the dagger, that's fine. Well, actually, can we move this over here, and then if we climb it, can we pick the dagger up? Yes, nice. Sorry, my throat. And a shovel. Nice. Okay, then. We can, I guess, I kind of want us to level. Like, I would love us to level. Even though I'm not sure if we have the time for that, even. In this episode. I think it's almost been another half an hour for this episode. Let me check on my recording. I don't want to go, like, super overboard. I think so. So maybe... I kind of want to level us all at one point, so maybe I'll leave us at this extremely unsatisfying remaining experience needed to gain a level 4. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Let's see if we can actually maybe get down here. Maybe that'll be enough to level us. We did not get XP for that. That is not nice. Okay, then I'm letting us get back out, because if we don't get XP for that, that's sad. Okay. So we need 4 XP to level. We'll do that in the next episode. For now, I hope that you had fun this episode. It was a bit creepy, but I hope you still had fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I hope that whatever you do next, it goes super, 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 super well. And if it is sleeping, sleep well.